Hello everyone, my name is Charlie Walker and I'm the Deputy CEO of the London Stock Exchange. I'm absolutely delighted to be joined here today by Kelly Rodriguez, the CEO of Forge Global. Kelly, thank you very much for being with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about Forge, what the company does and really sort of where it's come from?
Sure. First of all, it's great to be here. We've been on a 10-year journey to build what we think of as the critical infrastructure for the private market to scale, to help create a frictionless environment for private companies that are staying private longer than ever to find liquidity and primary capital. It started obviously with a trading platform, but we also figured out that we needed to provide custody services and a proprietary data offering to help people with price discovery. And so the platform is really built to integrate with other institutions to offer a full suite from trading to custody and really leading with price discovery that helps people understand what they're buying and why they're buying it.
Kelly, can you talk to us a little bit about the customer base of Forge?
We deal with institutions who are entering or have been in the private market space for a number of years, and we've got about 16,000 of those around the world. We're trading and have investors in 80 countries. And because we're both a custodian and a trading platform, between our custody offering and trading, we've got just under 3 million customers, individual customers, and we trade about 650 private company names.
That is a very impressive reach.
And we also serve the interests of companies and venture capitalists, because these firms that are investing in these companies are having to make a 13 to 17 year commitment because companies are staying private now for that length of time. And so we're trying to find a way to deliver value, whether you're an employee that's worked at one of these companies for 10 years, you're the CEO that's trying to figure out how to keep capital and liquidity flowing while you're changing the world with your technology, or you're an investor that's trying to get access.
And you started in the US, but you've now got very strong presence in Europe as well, right?
We see it getting bigger and we see it growing fastest in the European market next. Because we've been watching the European market and watch it with anticipation that it's emerging as the next really interesting private market opportunity. And we couldn't avoid the fact that particularly in the UK, you're seeing a significant number of billion-dollar plus valuation private companies. And there's a real hunger by US investors to be in those businesses. And so we really wanted to make a commitment to Europe. So a few years ago, we started working on a plan to get here while at the same time we were rolling out the platform.
And then I guess that naturally brings us on to the London Stock Exchange's private securities market, which has been in train for a while and is now getting to the point of launch. It would be great to hear your thoughts on the market.
We've been building in anticipation of trying to figure out who our global partners are. These are partners that are highly credible, understand the need to integrate technology platform to platform. And really this development that the London Stock Exchange is putting forth is something that we're really excited about because we think this is the ideal kind of relationship and strategic partner that we've been looking for in the region.
The market is in the process of going live, so you're one of the early movers. That may not be unusual to you, but what motivated being one of those early movers?
We don't want to be in a position where we're following. We've had a philosophy and really a company culture of being bold leaders in the space. And so we wanted to be first in line or certainly in the top 2 or 3 people in line to figure out how to work together.
And I think from our perspective, it's hugely exciting because this gives us the opportunity to bring the infrastructure, as you say, for the public markets to the private markets for the first time, and then to partner with people who we haven't necessarily partnered with in the past, that can offer services and distribution and access to investors and insights and data in a way that we haven't necessarily had before. And to do that for the benefit of the companies that are scaling, but also to the investor side as well. So it's an exciting time ahead. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for spending the time to join us, and I hope everyone found that interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.